Hello. This is just a quick one to say that sometimes in the moment, we don't necessarily know why an abundance of something is going on. Um, in my life lately, there's been a lot of people passing away, and they're not always people that I know very well, but I've met recently, or there are people that I met a long time ago, but I haven't necessarily seen in a long time. And, a couple have been in my own family and things like that. And it's just like, why is everybody dying? Oh my good Lord. This is really intense and heavy. And I guess the main sort of thought I'm having is you just never know when you need to access the knowledge that you've gained from those experiences. Another thing that's been happening too lately is people have been telling me about things going on in their lives that are kind of sad or obnoxious or, something like that. I got on the bus the other day to go to work, and the driver was like, "It's been a great 2025 so far." And I was like, "Oh yeah? How so?" As I, paid to get on. And he said, "Well, my cat just died, and my fridge just died. I need to replace my fridge now, too." And I was like, "Aw, sorry about that." And then he went on to say, "Well, bad things are supposed to happen in threes, right?" And I was like, "Yes, although I argue that some things are probably worth more than one, so you're probably good now." For a while. That was the best I could come up with in the moment like that, but I just felt like, add another couple of things to the pile here of people having problems or dealing with death in some kind of a way. It's kind of a lot. A friend that I've had for a very long time was just in touch a couple of days ago. I haven't spoken with him in a while now, and I met his family a long time ago, and he got in touch to tell me that his mom has been sick, which I knew she had been unwell, but she's really deteriorating and does not have very much time left. And he's shared with me that he's not really sure if he, how he feels about being around her, because he doesn't necessarily want to see it happen when she passes away. And I was just like, well, all I can really tell you is what I know from being there when my grandfather died. And I said, it's not the same. I know my grandfather was elderly and he wasn't hooked up to any machines or anything or in a hospital. He just died, as naturally as could be. And there's a certain ability to remain philosophical when somebody is old and they go to sleep and they don't wake up. There's a kind of relief in that. But, in this case, my friend's mom is not very old. She's in her 60s, but she's been unwell for a few years now, and she's ready. And he's not, because you never are. So he knows about my grandfather and sort of that experience because I've talked about it with him before. And so when I kind of mentioned it again this time, I just said, it's not a fun thing, but sometimes you gotta face those unfun situations because there's always something that comes out of it. And I have a feeling that that would be the case here. It's not going to be something you enjoy going through as it occurs, but after, when things have kind of settled down a little anyway, you can start to see that it was valuable. Sometimes all we can do, and the most valuable thing we can do, is bear witness. And there's always something that comes from bearing witness. Whether it's good or bad, that's up to us. But it was nice to be able to access that information from my own personal experience with it and be able to kind of relate it back to him and say, like, you know, this is what I have here. You can take that and do with it what you will. And that's something I've thought a lot about lately, just because of that conversation that we had, and also because we are really, really adept at running away from discomfort. We really, really do not like discomfort. I know, right? Big revelation. We don't like being uncomfortable. But emotional discomfort is something we run from all the time, and we're programmed to run away from it. We don't want to deal with it. It's too painful. So why am I thinking about that? I don't feel good when I think about that or talk about that. So why would I ever talk about that? Right? When we know that as we heal, you know, discomfort must happen. It's like that when we're healing a physical ailment. It's going to be painful for a time, but it won't be forever. And I'm just sharing this with you because I really hope that I was able to maybe do an okay job of sharing that with him, because I know him. He doesn't like being uncomfortable. He doesn't want to face things like that. It's too painful, and you know, I got other more important stuff to do, right? But saying goodbye correctly is an opportunity that we don't always get when somebody significant leaves our life, like a parent. And I hope that I encouraged him to take the opportunity to have that experience, unpleasant as it will be, to really come to understand probably a bit more about who he is and why he, you know, became the person he became in the end. I know that I did the same thing when I lost my grandfather. It gave me permission to examine that. So I just thought I would share it kind of here with everybody else because it just occurred to me that, a lot of people out there probably have experience with this but don't know what to do with it, or have experience with this and don't want to think about it, or they have no experience with it and that's frightening or something. So, bit of a tough one, I suppose, but that's me. I am the queen of talking about difficult things. It's like my job or something. So, I hope that you're doing well, and that if you're not doing well, that you're at least accepting of not doing well. It's okay to not do well. We can't always do well all the time. That's unrealistic. So, I hope you're doing realistically. How about that? Let's say that. Of course, let's do the things. We have a subscribe button there and a video down there. It means a lot when you watch these videos and carry on to subscribe and watch other videos and comment and things like that. It really does help with the channel being able to grow and me getting to my goal of being able to monetize sometime very soon this year. That would be great. So anything you want to do to help, I am grateful for. So I will leave us with that and bid you goodbye. See you later.